Welcome back, my dudes. Before we get into the video, I want to thank everyone for watching my last video. I think we reached a peak of over 300 viewers, so appreciate it. Also, of the people who watch me, over 91% of you guys aren't subscribed, so subscribe. You know you wanna.
Yeah, boy.
Now back to your scheduled programming. Today we're gonna be doing a video on The Warriors, which was probably one of the best decisions I ever made. I don't know, it's something about the movies made in the 1980s that just have a certain je ne sais quoi, a certain smell, a certain whiff in the air. Including movies like The Breakfast Club, which I probably think is one of the best movies ever made, which I will be doing a video on at some point. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about The Warriors, talk about this masterpiece of a film. If you haven't seen the movie, the premise of the whole movie is that this guy, Cyrus, I guess he's like their main messiah or something. He was trying to get all of the gangs together and live under one banner and be peace and harmony and everything. But one of the guys in one of the gangs named Luther actually shot and killed him and framed the Warriors for doing it. So they have to get back to their home turf before the end of the night because all the gangs want to kill them now. Now, if you ask me, amazing way to start the movie. This movie has everything you need, really. It has complex characters, complex situations that can ring out into actual society even today. We see a bunch of people in the movie who are like from completely different walks of life actually get their lives intertwined together in this film. It's crazy because throughout this entire night, there was a lot of confrontation between the other gangs. And it seemed like there were like only gang members walking the streets. We barely saw any civilians in this movie. I want to give a big shout out to the Baseball Furies because they are my favorite gang in this movie. They have makeup that's inspired by Kiss and they don't talk at all and they don't run out of stamina, bro. They were chasing them for blocks. Also forgot to mention that in the beginning of the movie, once they were falsely accused of killing Cyrus, they deadass elbowed the Warriors leader to death. Like, yes, they elbowed that man to death. Like, that shit is crazy. But because of that, they need new leadership, and that's where Swan comes in, who is our main character of this movie. After running through the night and getting through, you know, all the gangs and trying to get back to their home turf, they actually run into this girl named Mercy, who's actually the love interest of Swan in this movie. I found their dynamic to be interesting because on one side, Mercy wants to be somewhere else. She doesn't want to be a part of the world that she's in. She tries to look at other things and try to think that she can do better with herself, while Swan kind of conforms to where he is and he's happy. Well, happy is a strong word, but he is okay with where he is right now. Throughout this film, he doesn't seem like he's okay with being like other people or being anywhere than what he is. You know, he's different, but that's okay in his eyes. Mercy gets around the town, if you know what I mean. I see Mercy as one of those people who's just trying to make the best of a situation that she's in. Her and Swan had a whole confrontation about where they see their lives going and the current lives that they're in right now and how they're not happy with it. There's a certain scene that I want to point out that goes back to me talking about the complex issues and how they ring out to today's society. There was a scene where they were on a subway and two prom couples came in and sat down across from them, and without saying any words during that scene, you can tell exactly what each of them were thinking. There's a clear parallel between their lives, how on one side the prom couples don't want anything to be like Mercy and Swan, while Mercy and Swan actually envision their lives to be like that. But as I said before, Swan is more comfortable in his skin than Mercy is. He's okay with who he is as a person. There was a moment where Mercy was looking at one of the prom girl's hair and actually tried to fix her hair like that, and then Swan stops her, kind of symbolizing that. This whole scene is filled with them just staring at each other, but it spoke like 1,000 words. And with those stares, it seemed like they both understood each other in that moment. And with that understanding that they came to, it seems like the prom couple kind of realized that wherever that train was heading was not where they were supposed to go. So they got up and left, and it seems like wherever the train was heading for the Warriors and Mercy, it seems like they were right on track with their destiny. Yeah, this movie gets deep. It gets deep. At the end of the movie, after fighting through all these gangs, they finally get to their home turf and they kind of come to a confrontation with Luther on a beach. And they ask him, you know, why did you kill Cyrus? Well, what was the reason? He's talking about some, oh no, I just like doing things like that. Crazy ass. He then tries to shoot Swan, where Swan actually throws a knife in his wrist, which was like the funniest scene ever, because like the way they used to edit things in 1980 was so funny. Like it would just do like a quick cut. While they were doing this whole confrontation, there was a whole nother gang that apparently ran with Cyrus, and they heard the whole conversation, so they basically beat Luther to death because he killed Cyrus.
And that's the Warriors!
I loved every second of this movie. I probably will watch it again. I really liked the characters, the plot, everything. This movie was amazing to me. I want to thank this commenter for even like suggesting it to me. And if you have any suggestions of movies you want me to see, then put it in the comments down below. If I had to rate this movie, I'll probably give it a 9 out of 10. I won't say 10 out of 10. Even though I'm saying it's perfect and it's amazing, I still wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. I want to thank everybody once again for the viewership. I will be doing another video. I don't know what the video is going to be on exactly, but it'll be another one out soon.